Okay, I'm here at Station 26, Anaheim Police Department in the city of Anaheim, in the county of Orange, in the state of California. I am doing a update on First Amendment audit. Now, here's what I don't understand. If they don't want filming in the lobby, and I understand it's a security issue, if they don't want filming in the lobby, then how come there's no sign that says that? Not even a no shoes, no shirt, no service. You know, not even that. These signs are directions to the detention facility, business hours for SDAs for emergencies. This is for non-emergency. These little telephone things, but there's actually no there's nothing that says no filming. And I understand they want to play the there's no filming here as if we're supposed to know that. We're not. I'm assuming I'm allowed to film here. I'm going to ask for I'm going to do besides the First Amendment audit, what we should do is the what do they call it? A complaint. You know. So I'm going to go in and ask for the procedures of a complaint form. Well, that's pretty bitchin'. It's what the hell? Huh. Oh, I wonder if that snack room's for everybody. I'm looking at any sign that says no filming. To limit time, I'm only going to do signs that are English. Now, see, this is bitchin'. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. Get a different angle. Police Department, A+. Absolutely A+. Forms right here in the lobby.
Now serving H.
Jeez, what's this, friggin' DMV?
133. At window number 8.
They got the same program from the DMV. Okay, let's see. Well, that is pretty neat. You know, you have to give credit where credit to due. That's why some of these protesters, the police can do no right. And the fact is, they got the just like Garden Grove gets an A+ because Garden Grove has them right there in the front, and that's exactly what needs to be happening. 50 Bravo Kilo 360. Seven Tango Kilo Victor 282. 6 Golf Romeo Mike 239. 6 Delta Hotel Delta 771. 6 Yankee Whiskey Kilo 085. It's obviously an undercover because he's got a undercover takedowns. And a antenna. 5 Papa Alpha Kilo 836. Now this is a fire truck. I think this might be the same one. California exempt 1181196. I think 6 Yankee India Hotel 437. Six Echo Alpha Papa 326. Chingao, they couldn't should I step in front of that train and tell them, hey, what are you doing? Come on. Filming here. I'm walking here. I'm walking here. Remember that? I'm walking here. I'm walking here. That was actually not part of the skit. Did you know that? He's slapping the taxi. I'm walking here. Anyways, I digress. 6 November Golf Uniform 635. Information only, there was a motor officer that stared at me and driving by. And I was really close to these vehicles, so he knows I'm taking something down. California 7 Charlie X-Ray Lima 983. It's apparent that I've been contacted. Now this is where I start the grade. Hello, I'm Patriot at Large. What it is, where it's at, where it's going, where it's been, is that I start the grade by knowing for sure I've been contacted, such as, but not limited to. It could be a verbal. It could be that I see someone seeing me, like in a car from afar, kind of like this gentleman, and as soon as they contact me, that's when I start the grade. People have different ways of doing the First Amendment audit. I have a science, if you will, and that is I have to be contacted. They have to know it. Like if I go to a police station and there is no one there, some of these substations are closed 2, 3 in the morning, and if so, then I need to be, you can't sit there, oh, I was not contacted by Santa Ana, Station 31, if you will. And if I'm contacted, I've got to get this guy in. He's acting kind of weird. So if I'm contacted, and I, like I say, it doesn't have to be verbal, just to be seen. If I'm seen, I consider that a form of contact. I'm sorry for the shaky. I have my tripod. I'm just trying to get this guy in and doing my soliloquy. And what happens is very simple. Is if you go to a substation that is closed and there's nobody there and there's no traffic, police, law enforcement, then what happens is it's moot. Hello.
What's up?
Nothing. May I ask who you are?
Well, I was just coming to ask who you are, because you're videotaping me, videotaping you, videotaping me.
Right. So what's wrong?
Nothing. Just wondering what's the story.
The story will be in the paper. You just read it then.
Sounds wonderful.
All right. Have a good evening. Pull back. Okay, this may surprise you, but I'm not afraid of the camera, and that gentleman has every right to come up to me and talk to me. And you know, he had some form of ID in his chest, and I wasn't going to ask him a bunch of questions. So there's no, why do people think that somehow it's against the law? I'm not even doing anything. I mean, does he think he's that pretentious that he he must be filming me, not everybody else? Like, I waited here a couple hours just for him. With today's technology, you've got to be you know. Why do they think it's an assault? I have a camera. Maybe I like him. Maybe he's a good-looking guy. I want to butt fuck him. I mean, what's wrong with that? What if I said, well, I think you're a good-looking guy, and I was going to jack off to you watching this video? Yeah, great. I come up with great lines when he's gone. But anyways, what if that's what I don't understand. Today's technology, and then as per his statement, you're videotaping me, videotaping you. Well, I'm not, anyways, he didn't stay around. I don't mind answering questions. Okay, I don't mind that at all. And that vehicle there is indeed occupied. But he wouldn't identify himself. See, it's called color of authority. You have to let me know. If you come up on a person, let's say you're the owner of this parcel. It could be commercial property. You're owner of a residential property. And somebody's on your tangible property. When you go up to them and ask them to leave, but you won't identify yourself, that is not held up in court. You, as a person, need to be told, hey, I'm the owner, and I wish for you to leave. Nobody can't just walk up to a person and says, hey, you got to film on the sidewalk. And I'll sit there and say, may I have your name and form of color of authority? I mean, I understand his curiosity. He didn't stop me. Now, he may generate a call of what they call call of service. As long as they don't, I don't mind them talking to me because there's a call of service being generated. Someone called about a suspicious activity, a man with a camera outside, videotaping a bank, videotaping a library, videotaping the police station, videotaping themselves, videotaping a private residence. It doesn't matter. Once a call of service is generated, the officer has a duty. He's got a duty owed, I believe, and I think in the eye of the court, that he's got a duty owed to just talk to the guy. Is he drunk? Is he crazy? Does he have his faculties? Is he an ex-husband? Is he a private investigator? But when it comes down to, no, I'm not gonna talk to you. But when they push you around to do things, like they're asking you to leave when they have absolutely no authority to do so, that's when I think the police are cowards, absolute bullies, cowards, thugs, ballless, self-centered, arrogant asses. Oh, that's weird. This van here looks all decked out, and it's even got a cage on it and everything, and it's a library. Well, I guess the books wouldn't fly him in the back of the head. But then, so what you got here is, I digress. When you go to a first minute audit, basically the same thing is usually the same. The first minute audit is just to preserve our First Amendment rights. And in back east and the Midwest, where right to carry is an issue, which is, as we know, is the Second Amendment. And there's some people out there doing the First and Second Amendment. My hats are off to them. My God, you know what I mean? You carry a gun and you want to deal with the police? Anyways, whatever the rule is the same. We're trying, and I think we have a directive of preserving our First, and then back east and Midwest, it would be the Second Amendment rights. In essence, preserving our rights from tyranny. There was a time where you go against your government, you were known as a patriot. You guys remember Patrick Henry? Patrick Henry is the one that says, give me liberty or give me death. He was quoted as saying that. Let's see if we could tighten the. So, Patrick Henry, give me liberty agreement. These guys, these forefathers, these patriots, we call them, went against their government. They could sit there and say religious tyranny. The point is, these guys went against their established government, and they're known as patriots. When you talk about anti-government, the one that you're a product of, somehow you're this anti-American, you like tyrant, and these people don't understand. The Second Amendment was adopted to make sure that the government does not enslave its people. People don't understand that. A well-regulated militia. Read the Second Amendment. What it means is, if our government ever gets so powerful that they start enslaving us, and they've seen this about 300 years ago, if they enslave us, then it's not only a duty, but a right to rebel. You know that gentleman that came up to me, I mean, I don't mean to be rude. I mean to be evasive, but not rude. So all he do is ask me. I was curious why you're filming me, and I would sit there and say, well, I'm not filming people. This is the one that was weighted back there for a while. Every time a police officer fucks up, there's 2 or 3 police officers around them. And that one police officer could be, like in the whatever beating case, you pick one. There's so many. You have 4 or 5 officers sitting there, or someone violating someone's civil rights, or doing really stupid things.